Hi everyone, this is Netia Elam, ITC at Bull Run Middle School, and today I wanted to talk to you about using Zoom to meet with your students within the Canvas platform. So the first thing that you'll actually need to do is set up your Zoom account and connect it to PWCS. To do that, you're actually going to want to go into Office 365 and click on the waffle. You won't initially see Zoom here. Instead, you'll want to click on All Apps, and because it's alphabetical, you'll need to scroll to the very bottom where you will find Zoom. Once you click on that link, it's going to take you to the Prince William County Zoom account. This URL would also take you directly there. You'll need to click Sign In to configure your account, and you will use your pwcs.edu email address. You will then get an email confirmation back in your email account, and you'll need to go through a couple of steps to set up that account. Once you do get confirmation that your account has been created, you'll want to come back here to Canvas. And sometimes that can take a little bit of time, a few hours. Once I have that set up, you want to make sure that you can also see Zoom within your left-hand course navigation. If you don't see it here initially, you will need to scroll to the very bottom and click on your course settings. In your settings page, you want to make sure that you're open to the navigation tab up here at the top. And you may initially find Zoom way down here at the bottom. You'll notice if it's down here at the bottom, the page will be disabled and you won't be able to see it in your navigation. So if that's the case, you simply want to click and drag it up to your topmost navigation where it will be visible, and then be sure you click on Save. Then you'll be able to see it here on the left, and I'm going to go ahead and click on Zoom. You'll notice it gives you some tutorials if you need some help or have questions about Zoom. That would be a one-stop shop for that. There are some different tabs, so you'll notice I have upcoming meetings, I can access previous meetings, my personal meeting room, and then cloud recording. So any of the meetings that I do record in the cloud will reside here for me and also for my students. So if students miss the live meeting, they can always come to that part of Canvas in Zoom and view those cloud recordings. To start a new meeting, I'm going to click on Schedule a New Meeting in the upper right-hand corner. You'll notice the topic automatically populates with my course name, which is nice because the students then would know it's coming from my science teacher, this is coming from my social studies teacher, and so on. You will want to add to that so the students know what the particular topic is for this meeting. In this case, I'm just going to put meeting for July 1. You can add a description, pick the meeting date and time, the duration. If it's a recurring meeting, you can set that up if you know you're going to meet every Wednesday morning or the first of every month. However often, you can check that. For the video, I would suggest you turn on video for yourself as the host. You can decide for the participant whether you want to leave that on or off. Some of these options are grayed out just for safety purposes. So for instance, you are required to use a meeting password. However, you can change that password. So if you'd like to make it something a little easier for your students, you can do that. You can choose. Some of the other options here are optional. So we would suggest that you always enable that waiting room. That way you have some control of when students are able to come in. This is a good option as well, that only authenticated users can join. That means only those students and staff that have set up their Zoom account through Prince William County are able to join. Like I mentioned with those cloud recordings, if you click this button, you can record it automatically so that it will be available for you and your students to view later. You can also add alternative hosts, and we always do recommend that you do this. If possible, team up with another teacher. You can sometimes host meetings together, and that way there are two of you managing the chat, managing the waiting room. Perhaps you're sharing the instruction. So that's always an option for you. Once you have the settings as you would like, you're going to click on Save. You'll notice you have all of the information about your meeting. You can copy the invitation. However, if I go back to Zoom, I'll have that information here as well. If I wanted to go in there, I can always copy that information again and copy that invitation. If I wanted to create an announcement on my home page, I could do that as well. On the student side, I'm going to pull over my daughter's account. She's a student in my class right now. And so when students go into Zoom, They see their upcoming meetings. You'll notice they simply click here to join. They could also view the invitation, but if they click to join, they don't need to enter that password. They simply enter your meeting immediately. And what's really great about that is the student's name as they come in is the name that they have in Canvas. So you know that it is their accurate real name. They are not able to change that name, so that adds an additional level of security.